Have you ever gotten a full night's sleep and still woken up feeling like you never went to bed at all? You get dressed, maybe you water your plants, eat a bit of breakfast, but halfway through the morning, your energy's already dipping. You feel slower, your body feels heavier, and even though you haven't done much, all you want is to sit back down and rest. If that sounds familiar, please know you are not alone. In fact, feeling more tired after the age of 65 is incredibly common. But here's what most people won't tell you. It's not just about getting older. It's about why your body and brain start running lower on energy and what you can do about it. Because here's the truth. That low energy, that foggy head, that dragging feeling, it's often caused by things that can be changed. And today, we're going to talk about 6 surprising energy killers that may be draining your vitality without you even realizing it. More importantly, I'll share simple, practical ways to fix them, starting right now. So grab yourself a glass of water, get comfortable, and let's gently walk through this together. You might just find yourself feeling more energized by the end of this conversation than you have in weeks. Let's start with something many people overlook: not drinking enough water. It sounds too simple, right? But mild dehydration is one of the top reasons people over 65 feel tired, foggy, and sluggish. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. You may not feel thirsty, but your body still needs fluid. When you're even slightly dehydrated, your blood volume decreases, which means less oxygen gets delivered to your brain and muscles. And guess what that leads to? Fatigue, weakness, and that constant drained feeling. If your lips feel dry or your urine is dark yellow, that's already a sign you're behind. The good news? Fixing this one is gentle and easy. Just keep a small water bottle near you throughout the day. Sip slowly. Herbal tea and broths count too. Don't wait to feel thirsty. Make hydration part of your daily rhythm, the same way you brush your teeth or take your medication. Now, let's talk about something a little trickier: your medications. Have you ever read the side effects listed on your prescription bottles? You might be surprised to learn how many common medications include drowsiness or fatigue as a side effect, especially when you're taking more than one. Blood pressure medications, antidepressants, allergy pills, even over-the-counter pain relievers can quietly chip away at your alertness and leave you dragging all day. This doesn't mean you should stop taking anything your doctor has prescribed. Not at all. But if you're feeling more tired than usual, it's worth scheduling a medication review. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to go through each one with you. See if any combinations might be causing unwanted fatigue. Sometimes, a small adjustment, like changing when you take a certain pill, can make all the difference. Now here's one that surprises a lot of people: not moving enough. It might seem backward. You feel tired, so you rest more. You sit down, take it easy, maybe skip that walk today. But over time, the less you move, the more tired you feel. Why? Because your muscles weaken, your circulation slows, and your body starts to forget how to generate energy efficiently. Movement actually creates energy, even small amounts. 5 to 10 minutes of gentle stretching. A short walk after lunch. Light chores done with a little rhythm. These things wake your body up again. They remind your heart to pump, your blood to flow, and your brain to stay engaged. You don't have to run marathons, but you do have to move a little more than you want to if you want that energy to come back. I'll tell you a quick story. A neighbor of mine, Patricia, 78 years old, used to feel exhausted by noon every day. She assumed it was just age. But her daughter encouraged her to start a simple daily walk, just down to the mailbox and back. At first, she hated it, said it was pointless, but she kept going. After 2 weeks, she was walking around the block, and after a month, she wasn't napping in the afternoon anymore. Her energy had returned, not all at once, but enough to make her feel like herself again. That's the power of tiny steps. Now that we've touched on hydration, medication, and movement, let's keep going. There's something else that drains your energy quietly, often without you even noticing. Poor quality sleep. And I'm not talking about just getting enough hours. You might be in bed for 8 or even 9 hours and still wake up feeling exhausted. That's because, as we age, our sleep becomes lighter. We spend less time in the deep, restorative stages of sleep that help our body and brain truly recharge. Many people over 65 also struggle with falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early. Sometimes it's due to medications, sometimes it's related to pain or needing to use the bathroom more frequently. But here's what's most important to understand. You don't have to accept poor sleep as just part of aging. There are gentle things you can do to improve it. Try keeping a consistent bedtime, even on weekends. Avoid screens an hour before bed and create a little ritual to wind down. Maybe it's soft music, a warm shower, or reading something light. And if you tend to wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. with your mind racing, don't fight it with frustration. Keep a small notebook beside your bed. Write down whatever's on your mind. Let your thoughts live on the page so your body can rest again. One woman who wrote to us shared that she began lighting a candle for 10 minutes before bed while doing deep breathing. Nothing complex. But within a week, she was sleeping more soundly and waking up without that heavy fog in the morning. Now let's talk about something a bit less obvious but just as powerful. Loneliness. Yes, emotional fatigue can become physical fatigue. We don't often link the two, but our emotional health and physical energy are deeply connected. When we feel isolated, unneeded, or disconnected, it takes a real toll on our body. Our stress hormones stay slightly elevated. Our heart rate and blood pressure rise. We feel drained without even knowing why. It's not about being surrounded by people all day. It's about feeling connected, feeling heard, feeling like you still matter to someone else. And you do. You absolutely do. But if you've been feeling emotionally tired, one of the most powerful things you can do is to gently reintroduce connection into your life. You don't have to throw yourself into a busy social calendar. Just start with one small conversation. A phone call. A letter. A walk with someone in your neighborhood. Even joining an online group or commenting on videos like this one can be a form of healthy interaction. Sometimes we wait for someone to invite us, but often the invitation has to come from us first. Here's a real example. There's a gentleman in our community, George, age 82, who wrote in to say he'd started sitting on his porch every morning just to wave at passing neighbors. No long talks, no expectations, just visibility. Within a few weeks, people started stopping by. Now he's got a regular chess partner, a woman who brings him scones on Fridays, and more energy than he's had in years. Because when your heart feels full, your body follows. Now, let's not forget a big one. Undereating or poor nutrition. This one can sneak up on you. As you age, your appetite may naturally decline. Food doesn't always taste the same. You might not feel hungry at regular times. Or maybe cooking feels like a chore. But if you're not fueling your body properly, you'll feel it. In your muscles, in your mood, and yes, in your energy. Protein is especially important for older adults, but many don't get enough of it. It helps maintain muscle, supports your immune system, and stabilizes blood sugar levels. When you go too long without it, or skip meals altogether, your energy drops fast and stays low. Try this. Add a protein-rich snack in the late morning or mid-afternoon. A hard-boiled egg, a slice of cheese, a handful of almonds. Something simple and satisfying. And if making full meals feels like too much, think in pairs. Fruit and yogurt, soup and toast, beans and rice. Eating well doesn't have to mean eating fancy. There's also the issue of low B12 and iron levels, which are common in older adults and can lead to ongoing fatigue. If you feel like you're eating well but still dragging, ask your doctor to check your levels. Sometimes a simple supplement can make a real difference. Let me pause here for a moment and say this. If you've been feeling guilty or frustrated about your low energy, let that go. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just navigating a new phase of life where your body, mind, and heart all need different things. And the more gently you listen, the more they'll give you in return. You don't need to do everything at once. Just one shift, one habit, one deeper breath. We've talked about hydration, medications, movement, sleep quality, emotional connection, and nutrition so far, each one a piece of your energy puzzle. Let's keep going. There's one more energy killer that we haven't talked about yet, and it's one that hides in plain sight. Worry. Not just big, dramatic stress, but the quiet, daily kind. The kind that lives in your chest and keeps your shoulders tense even when you're just washing dishes. The worry about your health, your finances, your grown children, the world. That kind of ongoing mental strain might not feel exhausting at first, but over time, it wears your body down. Your mind is constantly running in the background, even if you're sitting still. And that constant alertness pulls energy away from the parts of you that need it most. Your focus, your muscles, your immune system, your sleep. This doesn't mean you should stop caring. It means you have to let go on purpose. Just a little bit. One of the best ways I've seen people do this is through a practice I call the worry shelf. You get a notebook, or even a small box, and whenever a worry shows up, you write it down or speak it aloud and then imagine placing it on that shelf. Not to ignore it, not to throw it away, just to set it down. Give yourself permission to not carry everything, every hour, every day. Sometimes even the act of saying, "That can wait until tomorrow," gives your brain a moment to breathe. Another idea? Take 1 hour a week where you don't allow yourself to worry, even just 1 hour. Watch a funny show. Garden. Call a grandchild. Color in a book. Let your nervous system reset, even if just for a little while, because your body listens to what your mind believes. If your mind says, "Everything is urgent," your body will tense up. But if your mind says, "I'm allowed to rest," your body will begin to release. Now, let's bring this together. Feeling tired after 65 doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means your body is asking for something different. Maybe it's more water. Maybe it's fewer medications, or a better time to take them. Maybe it's a slow walk every afternoon instead of sitting all morning. Maybe it's finding a way to connect, even if it's just with one person. Maybe it's remembering to eat something with protein before your energy crashes at 3 p.m. And maybe, just maybe, it's learning to stop carrying so much in silence. You don't have to overhaul your life. You don't need to run marathons or meditate for hours or change everything overnight. You just need to start with one thing that feels manageable, kind, and doable, because energy is built that way. Not in bursts, but in layers. And every good choice you make for yourself adds to the next one. You drink more water. Suddenly you feel clear-headed enough to take that walk. You sleep better. Suddenly you feel less irritated, more willing to eat a decent breakfast. You talk to someone. Suddenly the afternoon feels lighter, even if nothing else has changed. Your energy is still there. Maybe it's not as easy to access as it used to be. Maybe it needs more care, more gentleness, more intention. But it is there. And so is your strength, your value, your potential, and all the beautiful, purposeful life still waiting for you, just beneath the tiredness. If this video has made you feel seen or encouraged in any way, I would love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. What's something small you do when you feel your energy running low? What helps bring you back to life, even on the tough days? And if you found this helpful, please don't forget to like the video. It helps more people like you find this space. And make sure to subscribe for more gentle, practical ways to feel better, live better, and stay strong at any age. Remember, tiredness isn't the end of your story. It's just a message. And now, you have the tools to answer it. Here's to you. Here's to renewed energy, And here's to living your best, most meaningful life, one thoughtful step at a time.